Hey guys, welcome to Muscle Memory. My name's Malcolm. Today we're talking to one of the best creators in the scene right now. Minnie Portable, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I mean, there's so much going on in the world of wrestling right now. I'm sure like you're thriving right now with your content creation and everything you're doing currently. I see you all the time on my Instagram feed, on Twitter, on TikTok, on YouTube. I mean, you're everywhere right now, man.
Everywhere. Yeah.
How busy is your schedule? Because I feel like you have to be super busy.
Yeah, I'm a full-time entrepreneur, so I have like about like five streams of income or five side hustles. I don't even want to say streams of income because I've been struggling. I'm struggling out here, but I'm pushing my content because your girl is struggling. I'm trying to, get my content going. Um, my days are from like 5 a.m. to like midnight.
Oh wow.
So
Jesus.
yeah.
You're really working.
Yeah. No, I'm working. I post on YouTube, I think like two videos a day, plus shorts, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, just my mindless stuff on Twitter, just like tweeting out just random stuff. Yeah.
I totally feel that. Sometimes I'll just tweet something I'm like, maybe this one will hit, and then it does. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I realize like, oh, I completely misspelled something. Like, crap, I gotta delete this, or I look like a dummy. It's the worst
Uh,
case situation, bro. It sucks. But
yeah.
dude, it sounds like you have a 80-hour week ahead of you each and every day. That's mad impressive. I don't feel like there's too
Yeah.
many content creators in wrestling that like that's kind of like their thing. Like I feel like they always do like 10 things at once. And I guess you're one of them. You're
Yeah.
balancing all these social media, so it's very impressive. So to be very proud of yourself for that. Man, where did all this come from? How did your content creation career like start in this space of wrestling?
So I started streaming on Twitch. That was my main platform. And I was mostly just doing I was watching like wrestling videos on YouTube and I just kind of wanted to garner an audience through doing that. It didn't work out that way, For some reason I thought it was gonna be easy, but it wasn't. So then I hopped on TikTok and then I don't know if you've seen that video, but I made
I think I know you about that.
yeah.
I've seen it.
That's what started it. That's what started it. So it's a clip of me basically talking about like dating or something, and then I'm saying like, oh yeah, getting down and dirty. I tell him to powerbomb me. That video went viral on
It
TikTok.
did.
Suplex stitched it. So when Suplex stitched it, that's when it went like that amplified everything. Yeah. So I started stitching responses and stuff like that. And then after that, I was like, okay, this is my moment. This is my moment. I started posting like 4 or 5 TikToks a day for like 3 months. I'm a
Hey
maniac.
man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, like, there's
Yeah.
not a lot of people that are willing to like grind that hard. It's working out for you, man. Like, that was the first time I ever saw you was the power bombing video. I feel
Yeah.
like it might be for a lot of people as well. But hey, I mean,
Yeah.
everyone has that aha moment. Like, all right, something hit. I'm gonna keep going with it. So hey, if that's what it gotta be, that's what it gotta be. So mad respect for it. In your opinion, what was the craziest response to that video? I know
There
there's a
were a
lot of.
lot of yeah. Well, to the people that stitched it, they were because they're stitching it, so that's their face, and they're not gonna keep it. They're gonna keep it PG.
Yeah.
But the DMs were something else.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, I was like, you know what? I, I'm going to capitalize off of this, but also maybe I'm going to tone it down, moving forward from here
That's
because
fair.
it was crazy. Yeah, it
I
was
totally
wild.
believe that. Yeah, I've seen like some of my friends that work in the space. I've seen some of their DMs, and it's crazy what people will say to like women in wrestling. It's weird. It's odd. I don't get it. But man, I mean, like, let's look at this background right now. There's so many like wrestling figures and belts and whatnot. What's your favorite belt that you have? 'Cause I'm seeing like 5 or 6 of them.
So actually, they're all community gifts, which is amazing. This one is probably my favorite because it's the mommy belt, and I'm like submission mommy because I made suplex tap out and call me mommy. So this one is my favorite. This one I got at WrestleMania, and then that one was another community gift. So yeah.
Amazing. Wow, wow. Who's your favorite wrestlers right now? Is Rhea one of them?
When it comes to the women, yes. When it comes to the men, it's Will Ospreay and MJF. Those are my top two wrestlers right now. And if we're gonna talk about like indies, or no, not indies, well, Jacob Fatu, but
Oh,
then I do
love him.
have Gabe Kidd, and he's in New Japan. So those are my top four right now.
Yeah. Amazing. Yo, I literally just talked to it was Gabe Kidd recently, and he was the funniest dude I've ever met in my entire life. What an interesting guy. But you mentioned Jacob Fott too. I've seen some of your videos at like PCW Ultra. Was that something?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know he's a champion over there, I believe. Might have lost it by now, but he recently put out a tweet saying it's a wrap for his MLW run, possibly. Do you see him going to the WWE?
I would want him to go to the WWE. I think when it comes to Jacob Fatu, he's probably one of the most perfect wrestlers I've ever seen in the ring. He's amazing. He's like, I glaze this man all the time. Every single time he comes on my screen, I'm going to glaze him because he's a real tribal chief. But besides that, I think with the addition of maybe Zilla and Jacob, I think WWE would benefit from it because when it comes to like the bloodline story, it's kind of getting a little, like, okay, so where are we going? You guys have to add something to it because at this point, you went from like the best storyline to maybe a plateau.
Yeah, it's not cooking the same way it used to. I totally understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zilla and Jacob had them on a few times. Great dudes. I could definitely see both of them ending up on TV at least at minimum. If it's not WWE, obviously in AEW, New Japan, etc. But yeah, those guys are absolutely great. Who are some of your other like top independent people right now that you're trying to like maybe like plug for other people to watch if they haven't seen them already?
Let's see. I feel like it's Jacob and Gabe Kidd for sure. I'm trying to think of like other independent wrestlers. Uh Honestly, I can't really think of any. Oh, J Rod.
Never heard of him. Is he
J
like a
Rod, no,
California-based guy?
no, it's a she, J Rod. I'm
She
pretty sure you know who she is.
probably
Because
do.
I think you do know who she is. She wrestles for Knox Pro, but she also wrestles for other companies.
Once you said she, now I'm like, all right, that actually makes a lot more sense. I think I know who you're talking about. I think so.
She's super talented. Yeah.
Good pictures all over the screen right now, so everyone knows.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing,
Uh-huh.
amazing.
Yeah. But other than that, J Rock.
Okay. Oh, great, great, great. Let's talk more about this content creation, man. What's like a future plan you have for your content right now that you're not currently doing?
I want to do a weekly YouTube series, not just posting just like YouTube videos, like a series.
Yeah.
Not like a podcast, but I guess I want to make it like a series. I don't know what kind of series. I'm just kind of like working on that. I don't know if you saw my YouTube video, but I did get kind of invited to be a reality star, which I think is
I see that.
amazing.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
show?
but I can't name the
Oh,
show
you can't. Okay.
just because
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I
Fair.
can't name the show. I don't because I don't want to bash them, but essentially the producer told me to apply for it. I applied. I essentially was gonna get it. They liked my character. They liked my look. They like how outspoken I was. They even said that I could wrestle some of the girls because I was gonna be the heel. Like I was gonna be the bad guy for this reality show. I
This
was
is
so
a
stoked.
wrestling-based reality show.
No.
No. Oh, even,
It's
even
a
more interesting.
yes.
Okay.
But I told them about my wrestling consecration, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Nice, you're gonna be the bad guy, so you can wrestle whatever." But then it came to a point where they were like, "Oh, because it's a sales-driven reality show," so they were like, "Oh, so we also want you to sleep with your clients on TV to make sales."
Hey, yo.
Then I'm not doing that. And then immediately they were like, okay, well, if you do get it, then we'll let you know. I was like, all right, I
Oh
didn't get
man.
it.
Oh, that sounds like
Yeah,
it sounds like a no. Oh, that sounds terrible.
yeah.
Jesus.
It was a no.
I've had those moments, well, maybe not the whole sleeping with people part, but I applied to be on a show. I was almost invited to it. I think I can say it. It was a circle. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, but it eventually just didn't work out because I tried to be a different character than who I actually was. And they were like, if you just said you like wrestling and stuff, we would have invited you. I'm like, all right, ouch. Thanks for the reminder to always be yourself in the most disappointing way possible. Like,
Yeah.
all right, man. But you've also been on television. I just found this out today. Judge Greg Matzes, how was that
Yeah.
experience for you?
I went in to apply for audience work, and I do audience work for Judge Mathis and for other court shows.
Oh, that's
But that was
cool.
my first time. But that was my first time ever doing it. And immediately, the person that checked me in was like, "Do you want to be on TV?" I was like, "What do you mean by that?" And she was like, "Do you want to be on Judge Mathis?" I was like, "Sure." And they're like, "All right, come back tomorrow. We're gonna give you like a story, and then it's all improv." I was like, "Okay." So
Wow.
that's what happened. Yeah.
Are you saying these judge shows aren't real?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I mean, I kind of figured that, but I'm like, man, the kayfabe is done, man. Have you met Judge
Yeah.
Judy? Is she cool?
I haven't done Judge Judy. I don't know
Okay,
where she does it, but the court shows that I do, she's not a part of that.
gotcha, gotcha. Where can fans find you on television, like sitting in an audience somewhere that outside maybe that one judge show? Any other ones?
Why am I blanking? It's Judge. I'm blanking. Oh my goodness. I'm blanking her name.
Oh man, I can't even think of any names. I was kind of just lobbing that one over to
She's
you.
so I've done two, but she's
Yeah,
like really. There's like the really hot one.
yeah,
If you know,
yeah.
you
I know.
know.
I don't know names, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, like the really hot one. And then there's another one that she's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Um, super nice and friendly too. I just can't remember their names.
Oh
Damn it.
man.
Yeah, I can't.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
there's
can't.
pictures on the screen. The people they'll figure it
Yeah.
out. But apparently you're doing like some like dating type shows. Is this on TikTok or this on Twitch?
That was on Twitch, and I used to do dating shows. So basically, after my Powerbomb video went viral,
Yeah.
Valentine's was the week after, and I figured that most wrestling fans would be at home for Valentine's Day. so I so I so I set up a dating show. My viewership was high, so I
Hell
was
yeah.
right about that one. Yeah. And the winner of that show was Nate, because Nate participated.
Yep, yep.
We didn't, but after he won, I had like other shows. We didn't actually like talk or anything. But later on, he did become my boyfriend. So something
Yeah.
good came out of the day. Yeah. But I don't do them anymore, obviously, because I'm in a relationship now. So
That's fair. That's fair. Shout out Bruce. Love that guy. I don't even know what his actual TikTok name is. I know it's like Y and a bunch of other letters. I know him as the Huluba Kid off Instagram personally. Because I just know
Yeah.
his old school stuff. I don't even know what he's even called now. I just know he's Jey Uso for all I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, dude's absolutely great. How do you like dating like an actual wrestling fan? Because I feel like a lot of people they can't find that person in wrestling, so then they find someone that doesn't watch wrestling. So what was it like dating someone that also likes that same passion as yours?
It's great because that's all I ever wanted. I've been watching wrestling for so freaking long, and then I converted two of my boyfriends into liking wrestling, but they're not gonna have the same passion for it, if they're converted, I guess I want to say. They'll be like, oh yeah, this is cool. I'll go to this show with you, but they're not gonna have the same passion. So dating a wrestling fan, it's amazing because basically we plan our like trips to see each other through wrestling events. So it's
Oh,
great.
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I've never seen you guys at SummerSlam. I didn't even know you guys were a thing at the time. I was like, oh, interesting. Good to
That
see
was
you.
our first meetup.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Holy crap! Wow, I was
Yeah.
watching in the making. That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
How many shows have you been to right now? Obviously, I know SummerSlam, but what other shows have you been to?
SummerSlam, WrestleMania, night one, night two. I went to the Joshi show during WrestleMania week. I've also been to like two Knox Pro events, PCW Ultra, Full Gear, Collision.
Nice.
I was at the what I'm gonna the one where Ronda main evented. It was her first indie.
Oh,
PR
oh my
Revolver?
gosh, Revolver. Yes, correct.
Revolver,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
And that one as well, yeah.
Amazing. What was like your favorite match you ever seen live? So like I've been to a good amount of shows as well. I personally, for me, it has to be like when Kofi won the title or like the Shield Triple Threat. 'Cause that was all like in my area. What was like your favorite like live match you've ever seen?
My favorite live match had to be, I can't remember, but it was the trios. I think you would probably recognize it more. It was on Dynamite. It was Kenny, Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros. It was a 6-man tag. Do you remember? And it was like
Death
a
Triangle?
bunch of like, oh, it was Death
Yeah.
Triangle. Yes. Okay, that one.
All right.
Yes. Okay, that one was my favorite match, but my favorite segment, because I was there for MJF's nuclear promo. I was there when he dropped
Oh,
that.
he called him the Mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What is like the
Yeah.
crowd reaction like being in the arena at that time? So I know that had to be like pretty electric.
They were booing him. It was just me and this dad next to me because I went by myself, and that was before like I even like like was like popping off or anything.
Sure.
So I went by I went by myself. I was sitting next to a dad,
Yeah.
and I'm wearing my MJF gear. So is he. The like our section was booing him, and me and him were just like, yes, like we were going crazy. So
Hilarious.
yeah, it was electrifying. But I think now MJF is getting a lot more cheers.
Definitely, definitely. Oh man, like what's like a content like concept you've had in your head? I feel like I always ask this creators, what's like a concept or a series you had that maybe it didn't pan out to you actually recording that and putting that on the internet?
Um, I mean, what I guess reaction content. Like yeah, because I think I got in when it wasn't like the biggest thing. And I started doing reaction content. And in my head, I'm just like, well, I mean, I'm talking over wrestling. Do people actually want to see that? But then I saw it was like a good thing for,
Yeah.
Santi was doing it. So I was like, all right, I guess it's a good thing. So then I started doing it. And then that's when I started getting more engagement and stuff like that. And people actually appreciated my commentary. So I was like, all right.
Amazing, amazing. What's like your goals right now, like in social media? Is it to like eventually, obviously, you're grinding very hard to make this like a full-time thing. Obviously, that's probably a big goal in your mind, but is there like certain numbers you're trying to hit?
Oh yeah, 100,000 on Instagram, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. When it comes to TikTok, it's like an ex-boyfriend because I went to like 30K when I was grinding and then I got banned. So then I had to restart and now I'm close to like 10K. So I'm like, TikTok, I mean, if I could hit 100,000, that's cool. But it's like, whatever. Yeah.
How many followers did you gain off of when CM Punk used like your reaction during a Survivor Series comeback?
Uh, it's less than you would probably think. I think on Instagram I gained like 2 to 3K. And
That's a
on
lot.
TikTok, I want to say like the same. It is a lot. It is a lot, but
Like,
it
I
is
don't know.
big.
That's
Like
a lot of
I
people.
know. Yeah.
Like think about like actual 2,000 people just like standing in general. It's like that's a good
Yeah.
amount of people. That's an AEW
Yeah.
crowd, honestly. But as we start
Yeah.
to wrap this up, I want to talk about something like the Royal Rumble. Obviously, is coming up very soon. What are your predictions for the match? Is it CM Punk gonna win, or is it someone else? And the same for the women. Who's gonna win that?
So for the women, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Bailey. Even if Sasha returns, Sasha might get it, but I see Bailey just because I feel like the way that Bailey was booked in 2023, what was her win-loss ratio? Like it was ridiculous. Like
It was rough. It was rough.
yeah, it was really bad. So I feel like they're getting closer to the breakout with Damage Control, and I think Bailey's year is going to be 2024. For me, it's gonna be Bailey. For the men, it gets tough because you got Cody, which is Cody going to be a part of the Rumble? He is, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he's
did
in
he
it. Yeah.
declare? Okay,
I'm pretty positive he's in it.
yeah, because he should
Yeah.
be. But I'm gonna have to go with CM Punk.
Yeah, I mean, it's a solid pick. I feel like it just makes
Yeah.
the most sense right now. Roman Rock, does that happen in Mania or somewhere else?
It's gonna happen at Mania.
Has to.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't see it happening anywhere else but Mania.
Nah, yeah,
I'm
sorry,
sorry,
Cody.
Cody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the story's never
yeah,
finishing, dog. Like it just isn't.
yeah.
So
GG.
far, so far, your content journey, what's been like the highest of highs and lowest of lows for you, and how have you overcome those?
The highest has been just like people recognizing me at events, people knowing who I am. Like I think that's crazy. Um, the lowest is just like the mental strength that you have to keep going and to not compare yourself to others.
Yeah.
And if a video flops, your video doesn't flop, like because when you reach a certain like threshold and then you get what, like 100, 200 likes,
Yeah,
in my head I'm like, oh, I guess this video wasn't good. But then when I wasn't doing content creation, those are the numbers that I would want.
exactly.
So so it's just a thing of like, you need to humble yourself and calm down and not look at numbers so much. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I think it's great. So yeah, it's just like, it's just I have a different mindset now when it comes to numbers
Yeah,
than I did before. Where I'm at now, if I saw myself like this like last year, I would find myself a like success story.
yeah.
But I think but now I'm just like, yeah. It's the mental gain, man.
It always is, man. But you're navigating well. The numbers are going crazy. The views are high, so you're doing a great job. In your opinion, what are some of your favorite content creators right now?
Haha, Wheezy Blood. I wish I had Wheezy Blood, Suplex,
Yep,
Santi, BDE.
of course.
Let's see. YNRD_248, the fake J Uso.
Who?
Nah.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him. No, he's a great dude. Where can they find you on social media? Since you've been very generous with your time, where can they find you so they can follow you and see all your content?
Minnie Portable on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and then Minnie.portable on TikTok.
Minnie, thank you so much for your time, guys. My name is Malcolm. This is Muscle Memory, and we're out.